Hello, everyone. It's that college football guy here. Another video, and you can probably hear it in the background. But yeah, I'm here in Connecticut. It's early in the morning. They're getting ready to possibly start unloading me here. We'll see what happens. But after what happened with Coach Bobby Petrino leaving UNLV for Texas A&M as offensive coordinator, I decided to make this little video. This is not complete, and I'm going to miss some people, and I know that. But this is basically what it is okay, for what people who don't know about the channel. After the NFL draft, I'll be doing a review of the draft. But I'm also going to start doing a preliminary review of all of the schools reviewed. Every Power 5 school, all the Power 5 conference schools, ACC, Big 10, Big 12, Pac 12, SEC, as well as every member of the American, the Mountain West, and the Sun Belt. And we're going to go through and see who coaches came in, who coaches left, what players came in, who's staying behind what they did the previous season, and who's staying for the next season. We're not going to worry about who left player-wise because they're not there anymore. We have to worry about what you're worrying about for this coming season, not what you lost. So that's going to be after the draft in April. But for now, I thought I'd do one of the ones to do today is I'm going to be making maybe both of these today. This is not complete because there's some coaching moves I missed. I just tried to do this morning. What were the coaching moves that really happened in the Power 5 and in the Group of 5? Like head coach, offensive, defensive coordinator. Did you leave that to become a position coach somewhere else? Were you promoted from a linebacker coach, become a position coach, become a coordinator? I'm not going to do like linebacker coach to linebacker coach, transfer, receiver to receiver. But if you were an NFL coach and you come to the college level, that's attention. A high school coach getting promoted to a position coach at the Group of 5, not that unusual. High school coach being promoted to a position coach to the Power 5, that is unusual. So that would get marked down. So before we get into that, let's get the housekeeping out of the way. Everyone, please smash that like button. It helps with the algorithm, helps with the analytics, helps the video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. I love interacting with everybody. And subscribe to the channel. We're getting close to 300 subscribers. Let's see if we can get there. And remember, please, if you do subscribe, hit the notifications bell so that way you can get an update from I post a video every single day if the damn thing works. Some days it's hit or miss. So what I do here is I just basically did this by conference in alphabetical order by schools. If your school isn't mentioned, I didn't find anybody intermittent. Because some of the conference schools say it's multiple people from multiple positions and no one's confirmed anything, even the universities in some of these cases, which is nuts. Okay, so we're going to do my conferences in the Power 5, and then I'll make another video for the Group of 5. All right, first off, Georgia Tech. Brent Key, their new head coach, promoted from offensive coordinator. Buster Faulkner, their offensive coordinator, is former analyst at Georgia. So that's who's their new offensive coordinator. Louisville, Jeff Brom's their new head coach. He's the former head coach at Purdue. Ron English is their new defensive coordinator. He's the former Purdue defensive coordinator. Wonder how that happened. NC State, Robert Anae is the offensive coordinator. He's the former Syracuse offensive coordinator. So move within the conference. North Carolina, Chip Lindsey is their offensive coordinator. He's the former offensive coordinator at UCF. We'll see how well that works. Syracuse, Jason Beck is their new offensive coordinator. He's promoted from the quarterback's coach. And Rocky Long's their new defensive coordinator. He's the former New Mexico defensive coordinator. Former San Diego State head coach. All right, let's go to the Big Ten. Illinois, Aaron Henry is their new defensive coordinator. He's promoted from the defensive backs coach. Nebraska, we got a few here. Matt Rule, new head coach, former Carolina Panthers head coach. Marcus Satterfield, their offensive coordinator, the former South Carolina offensive coordinator. Wonder how that's going to affect South Carolina next season. And Tony White's a new defensive coordinator, the former Syracuse defensive coordinator. All right, we got Purdue, Ryan Walters, their new head coach. He's the former Illinois defensive coordinator. Kevin Kane's their new defensive coordinator. He's the former Illinois linebacker coach. And Graham Harrell is their offensive coordinator, the former West Virginia offensive coordinator. That'll be interesting. Wisconsin, Luke Fickell, the new head coach, the former Cincinnati head coach. Phil Longo, the offensive coordinator, the former North Carolina offensive coordinator. So, I didn't do like linebacker coach positions. I just did the ones that were interesting here. The Big 12, Baylor. I kind of messed up on a couple of these, didn't I? Yeah, I did on one here. I'll correct it here, Courtly. Baylor, Matt Powledge is the new defensive coordinator, the former Oregon co-defensive coordinator. BYU, they're now in the Big 12. Jay Hill's their defensive coordinator. He's the former head coach from Weber State. That's a little interesting. Cincinnati, new member. Scott Satterfield, their head coach, the former Louisville head coach, and Brian Brown's his defensive coordinator, the former Louisville defensive coordinator. Colorado. Well, we only do the big three here because they get so many little position guys here. I'm not going to do analysts and all that other stuff, but Deion Sanders, the head coach, the former Jackson State head coach. Sean Lewis, the offensive coordinator, the former Kent State head coach. That still cracks me up. Charles Kelly is their defensive coordinator, the former Alabama associate defensive coordinator. And then we got here, I put on another page by accident. I was kind of going fast. UCF is they're also now in the Big 12. Darren Hinshaw is their offensive coordinator. He's the former UAB offensive coordinator. Let's see how well it was for them. Now let's get to the Pac-12. Arizona State's got 5 of them here, folks. Kenny Dillingham's their head coach, the former Oregon offensive coordinator. Charlie Ragle is their special teams coach. Why did I bring that up? Because he's the former Idaho State head coach. Bo Baldwin's their offensive coordinator, the former Cal Poly head coach. Brian Ward's their defensive coordinator. He's the former Washington State defensive coordinator. And a position coach that was interesting to me, Rashad Samples, is their receivers coach. Why would I bring him up? He's the former running backs coach from the LA Rams. That can make things interesting. Cal, Jake Spavital is their offensive coordinator. The former offensive coordinator, former Texas State head coach. And Mike Bloch is their defensive coordinator, the former North Texas coordinator. All right. Excuse me. Still getting over this bug. Oregon, Will Stein's the OC, the former UTSA Texas San Antonio co-offensive coordinator. Stanford, you got Troy Taylor, head coach, the former Sacramento State head coach. Clayton Adams, the offensive line coach. Why did I bring him up? Because he's the former Indianapolis Colts tight end coach. That'd be interesting. Bobby April III. Bobby April, great defense special teams coach, the defensive coordinator. He's the former Wisconsin outside linebacker coach. So that'll be interesting. In the SEC, we got a few here. Arkansas, you got Travis Williams, the new defensive coordinator. He's the former UCF defensive coordinator. Auburn, got a few. Hugh Freeze, the new head coach, the former Liberty head coach. Ron Roberts, the defensive coordinator, the former Baylor defensive coordinator. And Philip Montgomery, the offensive coordinator, the former Tulsa head coach who was fired. Kentucky, this one's interesting. Liam Cohen, the offensive coordinator, the former LA Rams offensive coordinator. Double check me on this one, but whoa. Mississippi State, Zach Arnett, their new head coach, promoted from defensive coordinator thanks to the unfortunate passing of Mike Leach, and Matt Brock is the new defensive coordinator, promoted from linebacker coach. Missouri, Kirby Moore is their new offensive coordinator. He's the former Fresno State offensive coordinator. We'll see how that works. South Carolina, Daryl Lagaines, L-O-G-G-A-I-N-S, Lagaines, offensive coordinator. The former Arkansas tight ends coach. And Texas A&M, Bobby Petrino, offensive coordinator, former UNLV offensive coordinator. A few moves here. Let me know down in the comments who I messed up on. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm going to be working on this shortly here. If they don't start bouncing me to death here for unloading the truck, I'll be working on the group of 5. Do the conferences, all the group of 5 conferences, and the coaches that moved on that one. So just the same as this was an offensive head coach. You kind of get the idea where I'm going with this. But let me know down in the comments what you think about this. So thanks everybody for watching the video. I hope everybody has a great Thursday. Thanks everybody, and please be good to each other.